Alright, welcome back to the Chef Schanne podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Schanne, and we're going to get right into it today with everyone knows this is E3 weekend, one of the biggest video game weekends of the year. This is where supposedly all the eyes and ears are on different aspects of gaming. And all the titles get announced and the whole 9 yards. Definitely with the video game podcast, definitely gotta get on for this weekend coming up. Well, it's actually here at this point, but I kind of prolonged this to the last minute until I got all the information I needed to make this podcast. It's going to be a really good E3 this year. Just a disappointing part is that PlayStation will not be a part of it because they have their own streaming thing that they do, which is probably going to be the future of the gaming events, where each one has their own thing that each one has their own event that they do instead of having it at E3, but you know, that's for a later podcast. PlayStation not being there makes you wonder, because nothing has been said about Last of Us, nothing has been said about a lot of things that PlayStation has to offer, especially this coming fall. So be very excited to see if they would and will be releasing it later or what they're going to do. But yeah, this has just been crazy with PlayStation. This is just crazy that they're not going to be out, just not going to be there at E3. At least, if you're not going to have an announcement ceremony, you can at least be on the floor, show off some of your new games or something like that. But they're just not going to be there at all, which is kind of weird for PlayStation to do. Let's go into the new games that are going to be coming out this year on E3. Big one, definitely one of my favorites to be coming out, is Jedi Fallen Order. Now, Jedi Fallen Order is just seems like to be one of the biggest games to come out this year. Comes out October, I guess, 25th. Yeah, I think it was 25th. Yeah. Anyway, 25th of October, or November. It might be November. I don't know. I might be mixing that. I think I'm mixing that up with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Because Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which I'll get into later, is 25th of October. I forget what. Actually, should see on here. Let me see. Does not say here, but yeah, it's one of those months, October, November months. Not really sure which one it is. But basically, you're one of the last of the Jedi. In between 3 and 4, if you have watched the cartoon of Star Wars and the last year, when they brought out they didn't really bring out that series that year, but that was the last time, the last season of that series, Star Wars Rebels, and they were basically, it was the series about them. It's basically about them running down the last bit of the Jedi, and the series actually ended with the fight between the one season ended with the fight between Ahsoka and Vader, and then the other one ended with the ending sequence was Darth Vader and or not Darth, yeah, Darth Vader and Ahsoka, and then Darth Maul and Obi-Wan. So those were kind of the things that were going on. Yeah, I guess that's when this partakes in. I guess at some point it probably the earlier part of this whole thing when they're starting to cut down the Jedi, and you're a Jedi in training who wields a lightsaber about, they say, about 3 hours into the story, which is pretty awesome. That's pretty cool, because if you remember Jedi Knight, the Jedi Knight and the Knights of the Old Republic, you basically had, I guess, 5.5 hours of gameplay until you actually started to wield the lightsaber, unless you marathoned it and cut through it like real easily. But yeah, it's definitely something that you can't miss. The C3. I'm very excited to see what they launch. They're gonna launch about 15 minutes of gameplay, showing people the experience. So there's a companion droid also, obviously, Star Wars. BD-1 is the name of the droid, which is actually probably, for some people might be a spoiler, but to me it's really not. I knew you're gonna have a droid with you. Next one is the Apex Legends. It's gonna be coming out on E3. That's probably my favorite. It's almost definitely my favorite battle royale game. They're gonna release a weapon called the L-Star, and then which is only included as a part of the care package drop, because apparently it's so OP. Yeah, I mean, a lot of weapons in those multiplayer type games are considered OP, and then a ranked mode is coming as part of Season 2. They have a brand new character coming out too, to Z3. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't really, Watson is his name. Everyone was really excited about that too. Like I said, Apex is definitely one of my favorite battle royale games. The battle royale thing for me is definitely not like the best, but yeah, Apex was probably the best for me. But I also call Black Ops 4 had a pretty good one too. I did enjoy that. But the battle royale for Black Ops was very different. You had to get used to it. It wasn't like Fortnite when you wielded like a where you could kill people with your giant, thing that, the giant axe that chops down, trees and shit. You couldn't, you could use that against other people. It's not really what you could do against in Apex, because I don't believe you had that. It's been a while since I played Apex, so I've been more into playing Overwatch and Gears and the whole 9 yards on that one. Battlefield 5 is getting a new map called Alice Solon. Apparently that's supposed to be, apparently Battlefield 5 is still a thing, so I don't know. I don't like Battlefield 5, I never have and I never will. Battlefield 5 was definitely a bad one. Battlefield 4 was freaking awesome, but also freaking intense on multiplayer. EA, excuse me, EA is about to, they're announcing FIFA 20, obviously. Basically, they're gonna do a Volta mode, which is basically the new version of like an NBA Street, but with FIFA. So they're gonna be calling basically like a FIFA Street soccer kind of thing, where your guys aren't wearing like actual uniforms and shit. And that's kind of alright for me, but I mean, I don't really care about that. Next is the Madden 2020. Obviously one of the top games to come out. It's always one of the top games to come out every year, but I don't understand it because of the fact that it never fucking changes it. Nothing changes in this game. This game legit has the same thing every year for every team. The only thing that changes is parts of your playbook, the players, and that's it. Nothing else. The only time Madden will actually have stuff to change is when they actually start changing, when they have to change the Oakland Raiders to the the Los Angeles Lakers, or not Los Angeles, Las Vegas Lakers, Las Vegas Raiders. Sorry. But yeah, that game is definitely one of the longest lasting games to where you don't know. Also, EA needs to come out and just do another NCAA football. NCAA football needs to come out now, because I'm just like, finally just ready for another NCAA. But you know, it's been a while. Might be a decade since the last time we had an NCAA football game. So, yeah. The faster we get that, the better it will be. Alright. Alright, well, here we go. The conferences starts today. I'm doing this podcast at 3:14 in the morning, Eastern time. The first stream is from Xbox. It starts at 4 o'clock Eastern time today, and then after that is Bethesda at 8:30 p.m. tonight. And then we got on Monday we got the PC Gaming Show at 1 p.m. Ubisoft at 4, and then Square Enix, which is the one I'm looking forward to, at 9 p.m. that night. Square Enix is going to be a great one to watch, because we're going to get the new Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts DLC, but also the new We'll go closer look at the Final Fantasy game, the remaster game that's coming out. And then lastly but not least is Tuesday, Nintendo's live stream is at noon, which will definitely be a good one to watch. I'm not sure what's included with Nintendo release, but there's not a whole lot of them. I have not looked up on Nintendo too much, but I will once I can open up some tabs here. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts is definitely going to be a big one on E3. Can't wait to see what they have to reveal. Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, because Kingdom Hearts 3 was very, very good. I never actually streamed it, but Kingdom Hearts 3 was definitely one of those games that you just kind of, I mean, me definitely felt nostalgia just playing it because of the fact of how it played. It's just nostalgia. It's the old school video game type of way of playing, you know, and stuff like that. So I can't wait for what they have in store for the DLCs for Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, that's right. It's called Remind. It is the Kingdom Hearts DLC. Alright, definitely if you have not finished Kingdom Hearts 3, you should probably get off the podcast for at least these next couple of minutes. Because there are definitely spoilers ahead. It's confirmed more playable opportunities for Roxas, Riku, and Agua. The scenes shown appear to offer these characters as playable fighters during certain end-game boss battles. Another scene to show Sora changing into what may have been an Oathkeeper Keyblade form, wearing a new white outfit. So some exciting stuff there. Yeah, the trailer promises a winter release date. So yeah, definitely big news for Kingdom Hearts fans. I'm not sure if we have. That's one thing that I don't have to say. If you gotta buy it or if you bought the all-in-one, hopefully it comes with the all-in-one. That's what I bought. Hopefully I don't have to buy more. Like buy it again, but if I do, I'll probably buy it right away, and then I'll definitely stream that that stuff. So it's exciting stuff here with E3 coming up. You definitely got several opportunities to get the new games coming out. Definitely one that's coming out, and I said it before on the podcast here, is Gears 5. Definitely want to hop on that. Definitely want to hop on Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Definitely another one where you just want to be able to play through the campaign and stuff like that. I mean, I won't be, probably twitching it or anything until probably a couple months after it comes out, just to wait until, because there's so many games coming out within those months that I'm like, I kind of want to just the ones that I can buy later, buy them on Black Friday when they're, you know, marked down in price. It was just like the smart move when you're a gamer and have just so much to buy. But yeah, definitely Gears 5 is definitely one of those ones because it's PC. If you're a PC gamer but your friends are console gamers, you know, they have the Xbox One, you play on the PC. Gears 5 is one. Gears of War is one of those things where you can go cross-platform, and it's super cool like that. I love that Gears does that, but I mean, me and my pals have done that before, so it's great. What else did I want? What else did come out? But if you don't know, Master Chief is on. If you have a Xbox One, Master Chief is on the Xbox One Game Pass, which I believe it is on, probably on the PC one. Because my one buddy is really excited he's been waiting for the Master Chief to come on there. I'm not sure if it's on there yet, but he would know more about it. But yeah, it's, you know, it is what it is. Definitely the Xbox One Game Pass has been working out for me. It's got different. Let me hold on a second here. Let me just get some. So load something up here. But yeah, the Game Pass has definitely been working out for me. I've been playing so many games and on through Game Pass and stuff like that. Just it's been crazy. Oh yeah. Well here. All right. Well, also, if you're a definite gamer, the Philly is making a esports arena. Well, not really Philly. Comcast is in Philly. It's going to be, building their arena in Philly, right by the Wells Fargo Center in Sisbank Park, right there. So that's definitely really, really cool. And then it's also going to have the Overwatch finals in it as its first match to ever take place in there, which is going to be freaking awesome. Those people are going to be probably shitting their pants and stuff like that to try to be the first ones to win a championship inside the new arena. Yeah, I'll definitely try to either be there or stream it and just have people over and watch it or something like that. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll definitely keep you guys up to date with that. Alright, let's see here. E3 2019 for Nintendo. E3 Nintendo. June 11th. Okay, playable games at E3, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which I guess is another one of that. And then Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order, which is obviously the new Ultimate Alliance game coming out. I have that pre-ordered. That one's gonna be freaking awesome. All the people, all the characters involved in that game is gonna be great. So many fucking characters now. Guardians of the Galaxy's in there. All the Avengers are in there. X-Men, Deadpool's in there. Everyone's freaking in there. And it's gonna be freaking great. I love Ultimate Alliance 3. It looks like it's gonna be an epic game. It's epic proportions. It's gonna get me back onto the Nintendo Switch, in which I'm gonna have to actually pay for the network subscription. Maybe I'll either Twitch it, or I'll YouTube stream it to my YouTube channel. It's gonna be a great game. I have not played the Legend of Zelda, but I plan on playing it in the next couple months. Alright, well, let's see here. You know what? I want to do this for a while. For you guys. I'm just going to talk about a little bit about comedians here. Obviously, I got a comedy playlist here with different comedians and stuff like that, where they talk about, where mainly all of them are just storytellers. That's basically their niche in the marketplace. It's my favorite one is, as a storyteller, is Bert Kreischer. That guy can tell a story ridiculously well. I mean, he just perfected the art. He does not bomb. He just shreds every place he goes into. And if you want to get into any type of comedians or anything like that, I would look up on YouTube. If you want to get into it, look up on YouTube. Look up This Is Not Happening. Because you got so many great comedians on This Is Not Happening. Obviously, look up some of the older ones with Ari as the host. And then once you get into Roy Wood Jr., skip over the prologue scene. It's just not worth it anymore. Definitely my favorites are the Mark Norman, Pursued by an Armed Maniac, and oh my god, this one is just hilarious. He just doesn't. He does all. He's just a funny guy, just a funny man. But obviously, Ryan Sickler is the next one I want to talk about. And Ryan Sickler came out with Cocaine Alligator 2 years ago, and then he just came out with his next one, which is when your whole family's dreams get crushed. That one was super awesome too. Got really real at some points, but was super awesome in the back end of it. There's a bunch of them. Annie Letterman, Camp Crush, Jay Larson, Gorilla in the Morning Contest. That one was super fucking awesome. Jay Larson is a funny guy. If you ever look him up on YouTube. Go into Laugh Factory. Look up the Excalibur one. That one will make any man laugh. Especially, just even if you're dating, you can still laugh at that. Definitely, Big J Okerson, Truth or Dare was a funny one for me. That came out. Holy shit! That came out 4 years ago. Damn, I'm getting old. Yeah. It's just one of those things, I guess, guys, right? Sean Flannery came out with one a month ago. Driving off a cliff. Basically, it is exactly how it sounds. So, you just gotta get on that with that one. Steve LeMay, he's the Super Trooper guy. It's definitely hilarious. My buddy actually showed me that, and it was great. Jay Larson did one 3 weeks ago. I don't know that this is not happening. This is not happening, and it's taking advantage of a blind man. Another one that is exactly how it sounds. A lot of these are not like that, but a couple of them are. Tom Arnold, that was a great one. He's really good. Obviously the Joe Rogan ones. The first one I have right now in front of me is the Crazy Stripper one. But he has one where he talks about Adderall. Or Ambien, actually, not Adderall, Ambien. In a hotel fire situation where everyone was just like waking up in the stairwell and shit like that, and you're like, oh my god, I can totally agree with this person with that. And, being in that situation, I would fucking knock everyone down if they weren't moving fast enough. Like, it's a fire situation, life or death. Move. Drew Carey has one, a bad trip at a Electric Daisy Carnival. That one was really good. Drew Carey is the host. Don't worry, he's still the host of The Price is Right. Even after that, yeah, he didn't say anything about himself. Nick Swartzen, +1. That one was fantastic. It was about him in Vegas, and I don't need to say anything else. You can already tell Nick Swartzen is a very interesting person to go to Vegas with. Burt Kreischer, Fighting Bear. He's got Fighting Bear, and he also has Flying Dildos. Flying Dildos is his best. That one was hilarious. He shredded the audience, even though he was nursing a hangover. And in Times Square, no joke about that. This is not happening. The title is Overdoses. Obviously, this is from when he was in college. Let's see here. Ari Shaffir, Smuggling Weed. That was a really good one. I loved it. I loved every second of it. He talks about drugs. Pot on that one, and it's just great stuff. Joey D has a couple on here. The one I like about Joey D, the one I like from Joey Diaz was the he's talking about his mom. I forget what the title is, but can't seem to look it up. But whatever. Yeah, definitely the best one there. All these comedians nowadays have been turning more to the I guess storytelling era of comedy instead of going with the old school stuff, where it's you set up, punchline, done, next joke. It's not like that anymore. But honestly, I think people like the old school people like Rodney could still do it in this generation of comedy. How many people would be able to stand up to the Joe Rogans? But definitely, if Rodney was still around, he would definitely be able to chokehold anyone in this industry right now, because nobody had the stick that he had in his generation. But Burt Kreischer is probably my favorite coming out of the comedy blocks here. Burt's just got that stage presence. He's just kind of got everything. I'm gonna be seeing him for the second time in July 27th. This is tour date in Philly. If you're in Philly, go see him. He's great. Yeah, legitimately great. Alright, well, I'm gonna get off of here. It was great talking for a while. Try to do one sometime this weekend for you guys. So, we'll see you then. Peace.